Hello, everybody. Before I begin, I would like to thank some people. So, thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. And thank you especially to the Holocaust Memorial and Tolerance Center. Thank you to the Claire Friedlander Foundation. Thank you to Mr. Crane, my teacher, who nominated me for this. And my amazing parents for being here. So, a little bit about myself. I'm a junior at Cold Spring Harbor High School. I'm 16. I have 3 sisters, 2 of them are here right now, unfortunately. And here's my story. So, I have demonstrated the actions of an Upstander by raising money to help support 59 families who had a member killed from the Hamas attacks. The families are the survivors related to all police officers who died in a heroic attempt to protect Israel from an act of terrorism. Like so many other people, I was horrified when I first heard about October 7th. It was unbelievable something so cruel could happen. I knew people in Israel needed help after their lives were turned upside down. What they needed was an Upstander. That's why I soon started looking for how to help. I knew it was wrong for me to go on with life as if nothing was happening. On October 7th, I started to hear news from Israel. On October 11th, I had an online fundraiser going. On the very first day, we raised over $20,000. And after such a tragic event occurred, it was so good to see that there are still so many good-hearted people in the world. Everyone I spoke to was so supportive of my project. The story grew to a point where the media started to notice. First, I was on the radio with 1010 Wins. Later, a press conference was held at the Nassau County PBA headquarters. There were reporters from Newsday, CBS, and several other media outlets. I was so thankful for all the publicity, but not for me, but for the people of Israel in need. In order to distribute the money, I met with the International Police Association's president for the Israeli chapter, Gal Sharon. Gal is the nicest person, but she was also a police officer for 30 years and can be pretty tough when she needs to be. Early this year, all the money I'd raised, over $58,000, was sent so Gal could distribute it to the families. She planned to go one family at a time, talk with them, and give out a check. She met with the first family, which was extremely hard for her. The family showed pictures and shared memories of the fallen officer. Death is not an easy thing to grasp, and it takes a toll on those still alive. Gal met with the second family, which was no easier than the first. Then the third family, more tears. By this point, Gal decided she couldn't go on. There's a big difference between hearing about a stranger who died and actually having their heartbroken family members tell you memories about them. I also learned that the hard way. Gal organized one event for all the families, an opportunity to pay your respects and to distribute the funds. She called my dad asking for him and me to come. I eventually convinced my dad we needed to go, and I'm very glad we did. We finally arrived at the event. There were around 300 people, and except for a few, including myself, everyone had lost a family member, if not multiple. Words cannot describe that room. It wasn't just something seen or heard that I'll never forget. It was the way the room felt. There was a distinct aura to that place. The thing is, it had nothing to do with the actual room and everything to do with the people in it. These people had been through so much. Once I was there, I was sure I did the right thing by raising the money. The event began with a few speakers, and you could hear people crying all around. What came next was hard to watch. A slideshow was prepared with pictures and writing for the 59 fallen officers. We went through every slide and listened to a short writing to remember the person by. I remembered how, sitting there, you could hear babies crying. They would have to grow up and learn why their family has not been complete for as long as they can remember. With a heavy heart, I was finally called up to give my speech. What I wanted everyone to take away from it was how not only were their fallen loved ones heroes, but also the survivors listening. They all were and still are my heroes. At last, it was over, except it wasn't actually. I then spoke with many of the people who had come. One picture my dad took captures it the best. In the picture, I am talking to a woman, and you could see the emotion in their eyes, a mixture of sadness, hope, anger, thankfulness, and pain. Since that monumental night, I was also invited to speak at the Holocaust Memorial and Talent Center about the event in Israel. I ended with how we need everyone's help if we want to criminal law, which means repairing the world. Thank you.